Welcome to On Point, handicapping the Breeders' Cup edition. Scott will have full card PPs out sometime early Tuesday morning. Some work has begun in earnest. Other work will really begin now with post positions, morning line, etc. What is the first race you're going to turn to and really dig into?
Well, I think I'm looking forward one of them that is the Filly and Mare Sprint. Unique Bella, I have a lot of respect for her, but it just seems to me that the hype might make her a little bit of an underlay. So I'm going to dive.
I'd like to think I'm responsible for that.
I think
the horse does the talking.
Yeah, I mean the money you're going to bet on her might shake the board.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, but seriously, it's a situation as a horse player where I think I've got to dive in, see if I can find a few horses that are going to provide value due to her taking a lot of money. I have respect for her, but just looking things over on a first and second glance, I'm just not sure if she's worthy of her price. So that'll be the race I'm looking forward probably to diving into most at first. And the classic distaff, we kind of know those horses. And then I really have to get into the European horses and see how that is.
Well, plug for Brisnet, Kelly Riley, of course, indispensable information on the Euros, so put a link to that. I'm interested in another sprint, but of the turf variety. Now, Disco Partner I like will probably be my top pick. We talked about Israel Post in Turf Talk, but for me, with Lady Aurelia and Marcia certainly taking a lot of money, and just the quirkiness of these 5 furlong races, sometimes the turf sprint's a lot more formful than people give it credit for. The only favorite to win last year was obviously Down the Hill. This year I think is going to be different. I'm not a big vertical player, but this might be a race I look at exactas and trying to beat the favorite.
I think that might be a good idea. And speaking to someone that knows a little bit about Europeans more than I do, they did say that Marcia might be the clear one to beat, but the turn's going to be a big issue. I mean, the straightaway is definitely interesting. I think it's a great race if you're going to like it to get involved with vertical wagers, because if you're right in that race, it should pay.
Yeah, and to me, even if, let's say, Lady Aurelia wins, and if Marcia's second, then whatever, you can have that exacta, but you can still get a good price underneath, and there's some looks I think to have in that race, and hopefully I'll dope them out.
Well, I definitely think anybody should be looking at vertical wagers, something I'm guilty of not doing a lot as a horizontal player, but sometimes you'll look back on Breeders' Cup Day, you'll miss the pick 4s and pick 3s, and you'll be like, wow, I was really right in, A race or B race.
Timer Cruise for me last year.
Yeah, that was a great cap by you, and you got nothing for it, right?
Very little.
Yeah, and we know about, you had to bring up, obviously, to me, of course. I'm still stinging a year later from the downhill sprint with that race. But yeah, definitely something that everyone should be mindful of for sure is looking at both vertical and horizontal wagers.
All right, well, links to the PPs, which include the wagering menus and all that, in the description below. And we'll be back all week with thoughts on all the races. This was just, what we're looking forward to jumping into first, but plenty to go through as we get to Breeders' Cup weekend.
Should be fun. I'm really looking forward to diving into it, seeing, what I can come up with in some of the races I haven't dove into as much. And yeah, like you said, a lot of my Saturday wagering will probably be based on a favorite in Volta Oro, but not super crazy about a low price horse, but got to take some stands somewhere.
That's right. All right, well, we'll talk about our stands throughout the week. Join us then.